I am Brian. With me is my co-host, Mr. Anti-Smoking, Chris James.
Well, it's not a very creative insult you use
That's
this
pieces of
time.
shit. We hate him.
I mean, I think, okay, yeah, like listen, I used to smoke. I would say I'm anti-smoking now.
Boo.
But I mean, just for health reasons, you know what I mean?
Health reasons.
Yeah, that's right. I think
Oh,
it's universally agreed that it's bad for your health.
Not universal.
Not settled. No. I'm afraid not, my friend. I'm afraid not.
Oh.
Some say that it's bad for your health.
Mhm.
There are different opinions on that. It's not settled science.
Okay.
As you can hear, we have Brace Belden here, and we're talking about nicotine, guys.
Hello. How are you guys doing? It's a pleasure to be here.
It was so, me and Brace stood outside of, we basically, every time we've hung out, we've smoked 1 million cigarettes.
Damn,
And that's why I was like, I'm not doing this episode. There's one person I could get to guest on this episode, and it was Brace, because me and him, I quit like 2 years ago, but we were very proudly smoking.
I smoke.
You still
Brace
do.
still
You haven't quit yet, Brace?
Listen.
I shouldn't say yet. It sounds like maybe you're gonna stick this out.
My brother, I've smoked the first thing I ever smoked was a stolen Black and Mild when I was 12 years old.
Mhm.
I said, this is delicious.
Mhm.
And then I smoked a cigarette on a staircase that this older kid, Gordon, gave me, who was a kind of a bad kid. And I almost fainted. And I said, if something can make me faint, what things make you faint in life? Ghosts, which are crazy that they're real.
Yeah.
Naked ladies seen
Naked
at a
ladies,
time
yeah.
that you didn't expect it. That's on scary movies.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, what's the fourth? Those are all cool things. People like those. Cigarettes got to be the best.
Yeah, I started. I'm gonna blow your guys' minds right now. Is that I smoked my first cigarette? This is not a lie. When I was 9 years old.
Jesus,
fuck. 3 years earlier than me. That is bad.
You are a nasty creature.
I was a nasty little kid. So my dad smoked, and my parents were divorced. So I would go over to my dad's house. He smoked Craven A. Was the brand. And
you mean a cigarette for after cowards?
Yeah, that is weird. That is because smoking is brave. It's a very dangerous thing to do.
But I stole a pack from him and brought it home to my mom's house, and I smoked the cigarette under my bed, like in my room. And my stepdad, like my mom's boyfriend or whatever, came in, and I remember came in and was like, "What's that smell?" But they just didn't even register in their brain that a 9-year-old could be smoking, so they assumed that it was coming from outside or whatever. So I never even actually got caught.
That is crazy. At 9, you smoked a cig in your room?
In my room, yeah. It was, listen, I was friends with this kid named Dean Maveris. Well, maybe I shouldn't say his full name.
Nobody's going to go looking for him.
Yeah, but he was this guy was 1 year older, so this guy was 10. I mean, he was an older kid, and he was a pretty badass kid. So, I got out of that phase pretty quickly. I didn't keep smoking. I didn't get into drugs and alcohol. I wasn't that kind. I just had one cigarette at 9.
I felt like I got recruited by smoking. I was in the 6th grade, and there was this really cool dude named Aaron.
Yeah,
that was in the class. He had Reebok pumps. He had everything. He wore a gold necklace when he was in 6th grade. The whole thing. He was just really pimping. And he walked up to me, and he was like, "Hey,